This man has only lost to world champions, 5 European title fights, former European light welterweight champion, so he's got that light welterweight speed. He's bringing it in. He's only boxed 6 rounds last year, so what has he been doing between that time? We don't know. He's still as hungry.
Hey, but Johnny is approaching 40. Surely that counts in Hatton's favour.
Don't knock his old ones. Yeah, he's approaching 40, but remember, he's got that wisdom. Technically, he's more supreme. Technically, he's more confident. So let's see how Hatton manages to deal with him.
Johnny's excited about this one, I can tell you. I hope you enjoy your outstanding coverage in high definition right here on Sky Sports HD1. Also available in standard definition on Sky Sports 1. Your commentary team, Adam Smith and Jim Watt, after our MC, Michael Pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his entrance to the ring, the first of tonight's challengers, would you please welcome, making his entrance from Civitavecchia, Italy, Gianluca Branco.
And it is the 44th ring entrance for the rounded, well-travelled and quality technician Gianluca Branco. He's a real hero in the historical port of Civitavecchia, just outside Rome. He comes here as a 2-time world title challenger, a former 2-time European light welterweight champion, and at 39, he's back for more. He is up in weight, but he's aiming to become King of Europe all over again. Might do it, Jim.
Yep, well, he's well proven at this level. He's talented, he's experienced, but what you also have to remember, he's very, very tough. He's only lost at world title level to 2 very, very good world champions, and also the experience he has. He's learned how just to do enough in rounds to win the rounds, to impress the judges, but not empty the tank. At the age of 39, okay, you're looking for signs of wear and tear, but I didn't see any. The last time I watched him box, it was maybe a couple of years ago almost, but a very, very talented performer who's learned the job properly, and this is a tough night for Matthew Hatton.
That's when we saw him beat Colin Lines in Milan in May 2008. We were speaking to Colin earlier tonight. He believes that Matthew Hatton can win this fight and do what he didn't do at 10 stone.
Let's just stay in the moment, smoke some weed and drink some wine. Ever young is in your mind. Leave them off the kin and race, need the space, no time. So when the director yells cut, I'll be fine. I'm forever young.
And now making his entrance to the ring, the second of tonight's challengers for the European Championship from Manchester, Magic Matthew Hatton.
Marvellous short notice opportunity tonight for the lesser known of the Hatton brothers. The younger, equally tenacious version, who's endured a rugged career deep in the slipstream of Britain's hitman. There's never been jealousy with Matthew Hatton. He's chiselled away, and after beating Ben Taki, Ted Bammy, and unfortunate not to get the nod over Lovemore Undu, he's in his best form, and he's really going to go for this, Jim.
Yeah, well, he spent most of his career on the undercards of his brother's bills. He's just playing second fiddle, but tonight he gets a massive chance. The big problem, of course, is his 2 weeks' notice. Matthew, he's not the most cultured in the world. He depends on being in the best of shape. The problem for me is, does he believe he's fit enough at 2 weeks' notice to do the 12 rounds? He did box in February, so he hasn't been out of the ring very long, but if he believes he's fit enough and he can set a pace for 12 rounds, he's a great chance tonight.
It is a fascinating fight, it really is. Both have experience. Branco, 10.5 years older, is giving away the height, the reach, and the natural strength, though, at welterweight. Been around for 15 years, Branco, but see Hatton, more rounds boxed. He's had tough affairs himself, not much between them on punch power. It could be a long, hard fight. Hatton 11-4 on to win a money, has gone on him in the last couple of days. Branco 2-1 against, the draw 28-1, and that's what happened with Hatton against Undu.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hatton Promotions, sponsored by Hamilton Rentals, Flexible IT Solutions, the Mawson Group, and Viamax Nutrition. Live and exclusive on Sky Sports HD. Friday Fight Night proudly present 12 3-minute rounds of boxing for the vacant welterweight championship of Europe. The officials have been appointed by the European Boxing Union and the British Boxing Board of Control. EBU supervisor is Mr. Jean-Marcel Nats, matchmaker Richard Poxon. British Boxing Board of Control steward in charge Phil Lundgren. Timekeeper at the bell Ray Rice from Epsom, Surrey. The 3 scoring judges at ringside are Alfredo Garcia Perez from Spain, Arno Pokrant from Germany, and Roger Tilleman from Belgium. Finally, when the action commences, the referee in charge of the action, Manuel Oliver Palomo from Valladolid, Spain. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red, green and white coloured shorts. At the weigh-in yesterday, he scaled on the championship limit of 10 stone 7 pounds. His excellent record reads 46 contests, 43 wins, 22 of those wins coming by way of knockout, 2 defeats and 1 draw. He comes to the ring as the former 2-time light welterweight champion of Europe, presenting from Civitavecchia, Italy, Gianluca Branco. And opposing him, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing his familiar gold-coloured shorts trimmed with black. At the weigh-in yesterday, he also scaled on the championship limit, 10 stone 7 pounds. His outstanding record reads 44 contests, 38 wins, 15 of those wins coming by way of knockout, only 4 defeats and 2 draws. He comes to the ring this evening as a former Commonwealth title challenger, presenting from Manchester Magic, Matthew Hatton. The referee, Mr. Palomo, now with his final instructions. 12 3-minute rounds.
You ready? Okay? Yeah. You ready? Yes. Okay. Here you come.
Short and sweet. Well, this sport's so often about levels and timing. Few would have thrown Matthew Hatton in with Gianluca Branco, say 5 years ago, but the 28-year-old Mancunian has significant advantages tonight if he uses them. He's the natural welterweight. He's got so much ambition. He's a decade younger, and he's aiming to become European 10 stone 7 champion tonight. But Branco, clever, wily, good counter puncher, and ever so tough.
Yeah, and I think it's the toughness that people forget about. He's very tough, you know, so in a real hard fight, he's never been found wanting, apart from obviously when he stepped up to world level.
Absolutely no shame in losing to Arturo Gatti or Miguel Cotto. Good jabs from Matthew Hatton, the exchange. Branco trying to get hold of the centre of the ring. Cagey customer who can do his best work late in the rounds, try and catch the judge's eye. But what are his legs like in his 40th year?
Yeah, well, Hatton has to set a pace to find out about that. They're both right down to business right from the off here. I thought maybe Branco would nurse himself into the fight, but not right down to business, the same as Hatton. Hatton maybe just looking a little bit sharper in the early stages. Good work there from Hatton.
Yeah, Branco hasn't fought as well since last July. He was training for a European title fight that he expected to happen in February. Now meets Matthew Hatton, who's had about 2.5 weeks' notice. He's had a warm-up, so he should be fine and won't need to shed much rust.
Dangerous for Hatton if he throws single punches. See, that's it, put punches together. 2s and 3s against such a cultured counter puncher don't lead with single punches.
Good work from Branco there, and a right hand, and Matthew Hatton has to hold in the very first round.
He was shaken up by that right hand, and that's troubling. I mean, it's when you're finding your confidence, when you're worried about 2 weeks' notice, you don't want to be shaken up in the opening round. Boxing well up to that point, though. Hatton got the jab working well.
The Italian team were telling us this week, as Branco lands another right hand on Hatton's chin, that he would find the welterweight limit more comfortable, and that he struggled for a while to get down to 10 stone.
Well, a decent start for Hatton, but a couple of signs that maybe he's just not cute enough at its level. The 2 big punches in the opening round came from Branco. Got a good work rate from Hatton, but he's certainly a little bit more circumspect since he took that right hand.
That right hand proving dangerous from Branco. Is Matthew Hatton good enough at this level?
Jabbing, walking, Branco, so get that jab out. Boom, boom, back he was in the first 2 minutes. You're throwing clusters, weren't you? And out of range then, you turn in. You started standing in front of him a bit. New
trainer Bob Shannon, they've only been together a few weeks, but they say they've gelled.
Yeah, well, it was an excellent start from Hatton, but that was a confidence denter. Right hand bang on the chin. A man up from light welterweight has the power to hurt you. That's not news you want to find out in the opening round.
The gold and black as ever of Matthew Hatton calls himself Magic. The 28-year-old from High, just outside Manchester, has the whole family watching tonight. Mum Carol, Dad Ray, girlfriend Jenna. They're all here to cheer him on, and of course big brother Ricky too. The Italian colours of Gianluca Branco in fight number 47. He's won 43 of them. Former champion down at 10 stone at the light welterweight limit. What would you advise Matthew Hatton? Steady, pressure, and use that strength.
Well, I would say fight in little bursts, put punches together. You don't want single leads. I mean, he found that out with the right hand that he took in the chin in the opening round. Against such a cagey performer, put punches together, keep him occupied, don't give him a chance to set himself for counters.
And what should Branco's tactics be to keep him off?
Well, he already feels he has the power. I mean, he's looking to set himself for big punches, Branco, which surprises me. So he wants to be more sparing when he's punching. Probably at the age of 39, you have to expect that. But it's quite possible he is much stronger at welterweight. We don't know what getting down to light welterweight was doing to him. He might be a better fighter at welterweight. We hope not. But this is good stuff from Hatton. Getting the jabs off. Just doing a little bit more work than Branco. That's what he has to do. Put them together, make himself look busier, and then back out of there again.
Good jabs and punches in bunches from Matthew Hatton. Colin Lyons got off to a terrific start out in Italy against Branco. He even floored the Italian in the second round. Sharp first half of the fight. He was probably a mile in front on the cards. But then back came Branco with all that savvy knowledge and experience.
Seeing Branco lazy the first half of the round, then starts trying to pick things up in the last minute or so. Another good busy round, not too many quality punches been landed from Hatton, but the movement's good and he's not taking anything. Branco just setting himself a little bit too much, looking for the big punch. Really should be looking to relax a little bit, find the target. He's just kind of swinging a little bit hopeful at the moment, Branco.
He shakes his arms. Gianluca Branco is being outworked in this second by Matthew Hatton, who's keeping his concentration up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would suggest. Fight in little bursts, but put punches together, never single punches. Good second round.
So feint, moving sides, you can't angle when you move. You've got to keep that zigzag, bang, bang, in and out movement.
Yeah.
Right, can you do that, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but be tight. Keep that right hand nice and tight. Just come over that left hook, and that left hand up, right? Nice and tight. Now, let's go.
Good spell for Bob Shannon's team at the moment, with Prince Aaron winning the prize fighter tournament recently. And he expects Matthew Hatton to go home as the European champion tonight. He said, I haven't done those early morning hill runs in Glossop for fun. Matthew is extremely fit and ready for this. Branco trying to get his jab going. And the odds now, the bookies can't split them. So Branco, money on him. Long, hard night's work ahead, definitely.
Yeah, but he's setting a decent pace, which is good. So he's not thinking about 12 rounds, he's treating it every round in its own right, and that's what you have to do. Can't worry about his condition because there's nothing he can do to change it. He's in there now to just settle down, go on with the job.
Cheeky body shot from Branco, who comes up with these classy moves every now and again. He might not have the reflexes and the speed late on in his career, but he's not perturbed. He'll feel he can march down, Hatton.
Yeah, well, he is trying to put power into the punches, Branco. Just setting himself a little bit too much, I think. But obviously, his style has to evolve as you get towards the age of 40. Still looks in great shape.
Good work from Hatton with the jab, and Branco annoyed with himself.
See, that's the movement in, couple of punches off, get out of there again. Branco's reflexes not what they should be.
It's better though when he puts the combination together. Branco. Back comes Matthew Hatton, tit for tat in this one. Just some swelling under the right eye for Branco, maybe from those jabs of Matthew Hatton. It's relaxed, this from Matthew Hatton, which is good.
Yes, again, nice little bursts of punches too. Yep, I just feel like he's doing a little bit more work than Branco. This is good stuff from him.
A lovely body shot went in from Matthew Hatton, not a big puncher, only 15 stoppages, so he knows that he's going to have to chalk up the rounds here. That was low from Branco.
Yeah, he's landed a couple of low shots already and missing badly with the left hook, Branco.
He's out of range. Brother Ricky Hatton on his feet there. They'll be pleased with this start that young Matthew has made. Looks a bit slower, more leaden, Gianluca Branco, than when we saw him a couple of years ago, being outsped.
One not to be missed next Saturday on Sky Box Office. David Haye makes the first defence of his WBA World Heavyweight title against former champion John Roos. Live from the MEN Arena in Manchester, Saturday from 9 o'clock. Call that number on your screen for more information or go to channel 741.
Yeah, we can't wait for Manchester next week. Here in Dagenham, European title business to take care of, and a good match. Gianluca Branco trying to become a two-weight European champion, and Matthew Hatton aiming for what will be his finest night in a tough 10-year career, full of ups and downs and difficult moments. But he's kept with it. Will it finally come to him? Will he get that little bit of luck too tonight?
Branco not getting close enough really to do anything effectively. Still winding up, looking for the big punches, maybe shaking Hatton up in the opening round was the worst thing that's happened, because he's looking for that ever since, taking too long to get the punches off.
It's hot in that ring tonight, sweat pouring off Gianluca Branco. His Italian colours with a tribute to Arturo Gatti on the back of the waistband, who we lost so tragically.
Nice left hook from Hatton, then nice evasive boxing.
Shot to the stomach as well from Matthew Hatton, who's been told by Bob Shannon to win every single second of every single round as though it's your last one, start to finish, a 12-round plan. It's the right from Branco that gave Matthew Hatton problems in the first.
Doubling the jab, that's what he wants, never single shots. Good jab. Still just a little bit busier, Hatton.
He's boxing well though, Jim.
Boxing very well, keeping a cool head. Branco still can't get close enough really to do any damage. Missing with that left hook wildly again.
So accomplished, Gianluca Branco. A pleasure to have had on the scene over the years. Very popular back home in Italy. But is this fight about timing? Good defense from Matthew Hatton. Back he comes with a cluster. Not enough from Branco.
No, he's not looking sharp enough, Branco. And I think Hatton is growing in confidence.
And Branco becoming annoyed, as though he's trying to wind the clock back. Why isn't it working for him here?
Right, one was even, you've won the last three.
Welcome back.
That's
A
the way you're going to
fresh,
win it. Keep
invigorated
side,
corner
jab,
on the
jab,
left
jab.
and a
Keep that right
rather
hand on.
downtrodden one on the right, and that might be one of the reasons. Matthew Hatton with a textbook jab. Not often we've said that.
No, and his timing's so well, his movement's excellent, and Branco's struggling to cope with that. He's looking heavy-legged. Just can't get close.
Only had 22 amateur fights, Matthew Hatton, so he's learnt the hard way. Seasoned now as a professional. Gianluca Branco with the quality. Can he start to get into some sort of a rhythm? Needs another of those shakers with the right hand or something. Because Matthew Hatton, you're right, Jim, is growing in confidence.
When he's winning the rounds in my card without exerting himself too much. So any worries he would have had about conditioning not showing themselves as yet. Nice little right hand clip as well there. Branco really looking slow at the moment.
So rusty Branco, only one fight last year against the journeyman Janos Petrovic. 16 months since he's had a European title fight. Gianluca Branco when he stopped Juho Tolpala.
See again when Hatton puts punches together, just little bursts, 2, 3 at a time. Just don't give Branco the time to come back with counters. There he goes again, nicely done.
He's looking in his corner, Gianluca Branco, and he's worried. It's just not working at the moment.
No, he's not looking happy in between rounds, Branco. He knows what the job requires, but he just can't quite get it done.
No panic from Matthew Hatton. The little burst, the short punches, and out.
Branco just at times showing his age, missing wildly, particularly with the left hook, which is his peach punch.
Jimmy's turned southpaw. That was Craig Watson, the southpaw, inflicted Matthew Hatton's last defeat on that big City of Manchester Stadium show with his brother Ricky and Juan Lazcano. And he had all sorts of trouble with Watson. Branco trying something different here in the fifth.
Well, I think that in itself tells us that he knows what he's been doing isn't working. Nice little burst again from Hatton.
For someone so methodical and organised, Gianluca Branco. He just cannot get himself set. Wild hooks, lunges almost. Where's the technician of old?
It's just the timing's not there. Another nice round for Hatton.
Right, yeah, give him the water on.
Well, he's landed 2-1. Matthew Hatton. His work rate's better, his accuracy. I'll tell you, this is probably the best we've seen him in his long career.
It's so controlled. His boxing is so controlled tonight, and that's what's so important in a title fight.
Ricky and girlfriend Jennifer. He says he gets sick with nerves when he watches his brother. 8-1 on to bring the European belt back to the household, Matthew. Would we have ever believed that a few years back, Jim?
Not the full credit to him. He's taken his bumps, taken his disappointments, and he's still here, and he's taken this fight at 2 weeks' notice. So he means business.
Yeah, that's why he has a lot of credit. Matthew Hatton never grumbled. He's just got on with things. Felt he beat Lovemore and Do. Only got a draw. Was counted to even go in with names like Zab Judah. Remarkably, Floyd Mayweather as well. They didn't come off. He's got Gianluca Branco at short notice, and he's doing ever so well. But there is a long way to go. Good right to the stomach. A couple of times he's done that tonight, Matthew Hatton, mixing it up a bit.
Another low punch from Branco. He's let quite a few low shots go. Branco hasn't let a punch go hardly in this round yet.
It's as if he just can't get those hands and legs moving.
I think he's just trying to sucker Hatton into the big right hand again. I think he's settled to the fact that he can't match Hatton's work rate. So he's going to pot shot, put power into the punches, but Hatton not allowing him to settle or showing him much of a target to do that.
Whipping the right hand in, Matthew Hatton. I wonder if that strength, the natural 10-stone 7 man against the natural 10-stone man, will start to come into play as well in Hatton's favour.
And that was a lovely countering right hand from Hatton. And he was the one that showed the quality move there. Yes.
With Billy Graham for a long time, left for Lee Beard, now with Bob Shannon. Here comes Gianluca Branco, though, with a burst. If he can find another right hand to trouble Matthew Hatton, will there be a shift in this? Needs to find some success from somewhere, Gianluca Branco.
Well, it took a long time to get started in this round, Branco. Hatton looking really sharp. As long as he keeps putting punches together, Hatton, keep this fellow occupied. Don't allow him to use his cuteness.
The other week we saw Scott Lawton rise in levels and be dismantled by Leva Karakossian. He's a big puncher. Branco's not a massive puncher and a lot older as well. It's the feeling in the trade that it just might all come together for Matthew Hatton here. So far, for the British fight fans, so good.
Yep.
Prestigious belt, of course, the European 10-stone title.
I don't want to see that again.
Georges Carpentier, 1911, the Orchid Man, one of the most celebrated of the holders. Ted Kid Lewis, one of our best boxers from England, world welterweight champion. He became.
All you need to do is do it simple.
Emilio Loy from Italy. Never lost this belt in the ring, also became a world champion. John H. Tracy.
Down the middle, turning.
What a lovely fighter he was, and a good world champion too. Dave Boy Green, an illustrious list this. Lost to Sugar Ray Leonard, of course.
Round, you just fell for it
Lloyd Hannigan, that fantastic win over Don Curry for the world title out in the States. He also held this belt. And Gary Jacobs, terrific southpaw from your neck of the woods, Jim. Some good fighters there.
Yep, Hatton will be delighted if he can join that list tonight.
Yeah, the former Central Area champion, Matthew Hatton. Amazing if he can, but second half of this, and this is where Gianluca Branco came on strong against Colin Lines, and he'll have to on your card again here in Essex tonight.
Yep, he's been outworked in every round. Bob Shannon's been telling Matthew, you know, the first was level. I thought he did more in the first as well, so it just wants to keep this going, but expect a charge from Branco.
June 2001, when Gianluca Branco first became a European champion. That seems a long time ago now. He knows how to look after himself in the ring, but can he push the buttons? Right hand from Hatton, whose accuracy has been impressive.
When he's almost unmarked, Matthew, he marks up easily. He's very fair-skinned, so I think that's testament to the fact his defence and his movement has been so good.
And the body language between the two fighters has been interesting to watch. Branco again looking at a rather infuriated corner. His brother in there, Silvio, former holder of the world heavyweight title, and came here to fight Robin Reed. Bellowing out instructions. His father time just catching up with him.
Yeah, well, that's how it looks. I mean, he's missing badly with that left hook, which is usually so accurate, but just can't seem to time it.
Still intense concentration from the dogged, determined Matthew Hatton. Only United fan in the Hatton household, the City Fanatics. He's carved his own path.
Good left hook from Branco. He's blocked a lot of Matthew's punches in this round.
That's a good right hand from Branco.
Good left hook as well. Here comes the drive we were expecting.
Yep, last minute of the sessions. The old Fox.
Yep, his defence has been tighter this round, and he's going for it in the last minute again. That's the experience.
Yeah, closer session. Still maybe being outworked, Branco, but landing some eye catches too. That might give him a little more confidence, Branco.
It was a bit scrappy that round. You still won the round, but it was a bit scrappy. Right, deep breaths, come on. Come on, deep breaths now. That's the 6th round. This is the 7th round, aren't we? Come on, let's go. Right. What's round coming up now? Number 8, isn't it? Number 8's coming up now.
Yep.
8's coming up now. Don't need to do them kind of things. Don't get your legs heavy.
Yeah.
Get on your toes. Make him feel now that you're right back on track again.
Put on my legs, mate.
Right? You're right back on track, right?
Yeah.
The last thing we want to do is give him any signals that you're getting a bit tired, do we?
Yeah, no.
Right? You want to know that you're going up another gear, and you are going to go up another gear, aren't you?
Yeah.
Side to side. Use that double jab, but keep nice and tight. Sit, move, innit? Right?
Yeah.
Come on. Jab, come on. Come on.
Looks full of energy. He'll need the gas to be running tonight, Matthew Hatton. Gianluca Branco again just lifts his arms up as if to say, come on, let's get going. Let's get boxing the way I know how. I'm much better than this guy. Maybe he was a few years ago. Tonight, Matthew Hatton, but he's got to be in the lead.
Yeah, well, Branco's body language in the corner. He knows he has to come up with something better. He's going to have to raise the pace. He's going to have to impose himself a little bit.
Just a bit of tape loose on the left glove of Matthew Hatton and a moment's respite. been quite a pace, hasn't it?
Yeah, but Hatton has looked relaxed with the pace, and he's setting the pace, which is important. He's not been forced to work. He's found a nice little rhythm about his boxing.
Branco, who turns 40 in September, needs to find some of his own. That right hand has been useful, but it's been few and far between. Needs to back Matthew Hatton up, deliver his classy shots. He's learned a better defence, Matthew Hatton, in the last 2 or 3 years as he's moved up the levels.
Branco trying that right hand again. He just looks a bit heavy-legged, Branco. Not like the fire that we once saw in his work.
Morandu was a good performance, former world champion, also beating Ben Taki was excellent too. I wonder if the other hardened fights Matthew Hatton had on Ricky's bills in Vegas have just helped his knowledge over the years as well. And how to control 12-rounders.
That's what he wants, double the jab or put 1, 2, 3 punches out together. Just keep this fellow occupied. Don't linger after you've got your own punches off.
Still dangerous with that right hand. 22 knockouts in his 43 wins. Gianluca Branco. Can't take anything for granted. Team Hatton. He's driving himself on here, Gianluca Branco. It's a good effort. Back comes Matthew Hatton. Nice action in the 8th. Right hand from Branco.
See, again, it's the experience of Branco doing his best work in the last minute of the round, just trying to impress the judges. But Hatton has met him head on in the last minute of this round. Round's becoming a little bit closer, though.
One thing Matthew Hatton has been blessed as he's caught again, despite maybe a lack of skills in some departments, is a good chin. He's long had that. Meanwhile, well, there's a confident character. Anthony Small ready to defend his British light middleweight belt against Sam Webb.
Hard work, dedication, sacrifice will be made. Has already been made. So I'll go in and enjoy it now.
Well, takes the gum shield out to talk. Real characters watching a Roy Jones DVD. Calls himself Sugar Ray Clay Jones Jr. or something like that, Jim.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of Walter Mitty in there too.
That's coming up, Small Webb.
Come on, be the man now.
Good British 11-stone title fight. And the European 10-stone 7 belt being competed here. Matthew Hatton, if you need the identification, remember in the gold and black and the Italian colours of Gianluca Branco.
Well, this is an important time in the fight for Matthew Hatton. He needs a couple of good rounds here. He has himself up to a fantastic start, but we know there's going to be a drive from Branco, and this will be a bad time to allow Branco into the driving seat. So very important time now. He wants to dig in here, keep the work rate up over the next couple of rounds. If he wants Branco to lose heart a little bit, this is where that can happen, if he just imposes himself. This is good stuff from him, lovely.
Terrific jabs, Ricky Hatton up on his feet clapping, saying this is the night that Matthew comes out of my shadows and makes his own move. Really nice jabs from Matthew Hatton. It's been technical tonight, not just hustle, bustle, pressure. It's been cute too.
Yep, he's working to a plan. He's doing what the corner tell him. And there's a smoothness about his boxing. Just spoiling a little bit up close, not allowing Branco to get the counters off. The referee on his case about his head there. Didn't see much wrong with that.
It's not as though Gianluca Branco's a bad traveller either. He won his first European belt in France. He's been out to the States, of course, to Puerto Rico. A ring's a ring, they were saying, the Italians, doesn't matter where it is. But Matthew Hatton producing a quite tremendous performance.
Yeah, Branco trying to get the power into the shots again, setting himself, but making it a little bit obvious what his intentions are. Hatton still using speed.
Right to the body from Branco, back with a couple of jabs himself. Has he got late answers? He's running out of time.
I just think he's taking too long in the rounds to get started, Branco. All his good work has been in the last minute. So Hatton wants to dig in, as I say, this round and the next round, next couple of rounds. Then he's almost there.
I think it's reflexes and the swift movement with his feet that he had in the old days, plus that inactivity of late. It's catching up with Gianluca Branco tonight. His manager, Christian Kirky, looking worried at ringside. Well, it's a big opportunity too tonight for Sam Webb, who has drilled himself into the best condition possible. 2 wins in the unpaid ranks over Anthony Small. He's been goaded and teased and wound up by Small, but he's kept his head together, and he'll need to do that tonight, won't he?
Yeah, one thing that's required against Anthony Small is a cool head. Cannot become frustrated. You make mistakes, he throws punches from all angles. You want to be tight, you want to be aggressive, and you want to be focused, and you want to be cool-headed.
The ice back on his head, Gianluca Branco, and that's why only 78 punches landed in total. He's tried, he's been gritty, Branco, but I wasn't sure we were going to say he's not been good enough. 3 rounds left. Matthew Hatton inching closer towards a dream European title crown. 3 judges at ringside, as always in European bouts. And the odds now 20-1 on. Matthew Hatton started at 11-4 on. Branco may well need the knockout.
Branco complaining every chance he gets to the referee. He's looking for points, deductions, everything that Hatton does. Branco wants to complain about. Also a good sign, though.
Hatton family biting nails, looking anxious in that front row.
Maybe one thing Hatton should have done, maybe work the body a little bit more. I mean, a 39-year-old, you don't do the groundwork the way you used to do. So that may have paid dividends, but having said that, he's boxed so well. Lovely left hook there from him.
A lot of head punches tonight from Matthew Hatton. Particularly impressive has been his jab. Good defence, concentration. This might be one of those nights where it all comes together finally.
Yeah, and Hatton's movement has been good too. How often have we seen Branco missing wildly with the left hook? It's becoming a little bit scrappy at the moment.
4 defeats through Matthew Hatton's career. Some very disappointing in 6-rounders, but he's bounced back and never lost belief of what he can achieve in this game. Lovely work from Matthew Hatton. Still seems very fresh in this, the 10th.
See, he's been allowed to set the pace all the way through. It would all have been dangerous if he'd allowed Branco to do that, but it hasn't. He's set the pace, and the movement has been exceptional. Just boxed to instructions all the way through.
befuddled. Branco just slips there on the canvas. Planting his feet early for the big power punches. Can't really get set now when he needs to. He needs those right hands badly, Jim, but they're not coming.
Yeah, I mean, I think he realises that, but the timing's not there. He's been inactive recently. So I would take this as the final fling tonight to get back in amongst the titles, but he's just a little bit too slow.
Nice defensive work from Matthew Hatton on the back foot, and a little cluster too. Meets fire with fire. So many people just didn't think Matthew Hatton would ever get anywhere near a European title. Holds his right glove up. He knows he's in complete control.
Yeah, good round again. Right, 2 rounds. 2 rounds, listen. Legs out. Oh, get your legs out, get your legs out, get your legs out. Listen, 2 rounds of European champion. Yeah. Right? Listen, you've got to box these last 2 rounds. Like your last rounds, you listen. Yeah. Nice and tight, hands up, side to side.
Well, he's so very close, and they are living every punch during that last round.
Jab him again. He's coming into it. Solid. Good shot. Good shot. Yes.
Such a close family, and it would mean the world to them if Matthew can do this. Almost more in many ways than when Ricky even won his world title, because of what he's been through.
Yeah, but because, you know, Ricky, I think, was expected to go all the way to top world level, but maybe Matthew wasn't. So this would be huge for the family.
Gianluca Branco, tough, determined, plenty of heart as always, and he'll keep on going till that final bell to try and find a way.
This is the first time he started quickly in around Branco, so I think the corner must have told him he's got to get Hatton out of there.
There's the right, but at the beginning of the fight, looked like it might start to unsettle Matthew Hatton, but he's kept his cool and kept that jab popping out. He's carved a different path. Matthew Hatton, Kelbrook, the British champion. Not many people would give him much chance against Brook, but they found a route. And he's a round and a half away.
Branco knows what's required. Knows he needs a knockout. He's going for that good response from Hatton. Branco winding up every punch here, trying to hurt Hatton again.
Feeling when we were in Milan a couple of years ago that Colin Lyons threw the fight away against Branco, rather than Branco really dominating in that one. He hasn't really dominated in any part tonight, has he, Jim?
No, he's looked slow tonight. This is a good round. This is his best round so far. But he knows he has to go for it.
He won the 6th, possibly, and the first was close, but pretty much everything else, you would feel the judges would favour Matthew Hatton from Spain, Germany and Belgium. The 3 at ringside who matter.
If Hatton decides to coast, you have to do it with pure concentration. You have to keep the neck muscles nice and tight if you're going to be close, if you're going to back out of there. Don't be caught with any sucker punches. Good right hand from Branco, really going for it in the 11th round here.
Yeah, spirited from Branco. The Italians willing him on, getting passionate, emotional in that red corner.
Tape coming loose from the glove again, but they'll wait to the end of the round and fix that in Hatton's corner.
Big drive from Branco, but Hatton has kept it together. He's lost the session, but he's not lost a lot of ground.
Don't fall asleep on me. What are you doing there? What are you doing that for? What are you doing that for, Matt? Come on, get your legs sorted out.
Legs out.
Come on.
Legs out,
Come
Matt.
on. Listen, this is the last round now.
Yeah.
Come on, how much do you want it? Well, you fall asleep then. What did you fall asleep? Come on, get the water in you. Come on, Come on, get the water in. Come on, water. Come on. Suck it up, suck it up. What was you doing there? Nice and tight, centre of the ring. Double jab, right hands. Come on, jab, jab. Move side to side. Push him back. Straight in the centre of the ring. This is the last round.
Yeah, yeah. Give it everything now. Come on. Yeah.
Right? How much did it mean to us?
Yeah.
Everything. Come on now. Come on, man. Get your head on it. Concentrate. You've got to work. You've got to work now.
Guided him through this one well, Bob Shannon in the corner. Looks a defeated fighter, Gianluca Branco. Might only have 3 minutes for the knockout. We don't know how the judges are seeing it, but you expect that Matthew Hatton will be in a sizable lead. Not over quite yet.
Yeah, I have him 6 points up at the moment. I remember sitting here at ringside with Damien Kelly picking up a European title. It didn't happen when the decision came out, but hopefully there'll be none of that tonight. Matthew says he deserves a little bit of luck. Well, he couldn't have worked any harder for that luck than he has tonight.
He did have that one shot with Damien Kelly. Simone Maladrotti out in Belfast. We thought Kelly won by a mile. The judges didn't. Matthew Hatton felt he was robbed against Lovemore and Do. He would be utterly devastated if that happens again. Branco still coming forward, but the punch is not landing.
I wonder if Branco's emptied the tank in the 11th round. Can't summon the same energy or urgency in the last round here.
Matthew Hatton can. Maybe he did save something in that 11th. Hatton for a strong 12th. Branco going for it. Good to see. Really, really wants to become European champion again. Nothing wrong with his commitment tonight. Just the timing, the accuracy, the flow has not been there.
Yeah, at times he's just looked his age tonight. Hatton's still getting the jab out nice and sharply.
Shows how important timing is in boxing. When matches are made, at what stages of fighters' careers. 45 seconds left, and surely Matthew Hatton will become European champion here tonight. Good right hand from Hatton, finishing well after a dicey 11th.
Yeah, he's kept his concentration in the last round. He's upped his work rate from the 11th round. He's just putting a nice finisher on it, I think.
Body shots as well from Matthew Hatton, who's used the name Magic over the years. And let's give him credit, he has been fairly magic in this performance tonight. It's taken a long time coming, his 45th fight. But Matthew Hatton surely has come of age at 28 and will become the European welterweight champion. Nothing official, but he must, Jim, he must be.
Yeah, I can't possibly make a case for Gianluca Branco winning that. He was out-thought all the way through, he was outspeeded, a couple of good spells. He worked well in the last minute of rounds, but you can see what the stats are saying. Convincing victory for Matthew Hatton. I don't care how the judges see it points-wise, as long as they find the right man, and for me, that man is Matthew Hatton.
It was a cool, clever plan from start to finish, and Branco looked his age.
Yeah, well, Branco found in the opening round the power to hurt Hatton, so maybe he was setting himself too much from there on in, looking to repeat that. But Hatton's movement was good, putting punches together, double jabs, putting punches out in 3s and 4s. The jab which worked so well. At times, he really made Branco look his age. Looking sharp, movement was good, confidence was good, and the confidence seems to grow as the fight went on. Every now and again Branco would be dangerous, especially in the last minute of rounds. Would let go the right hand, putting full power into the shots, but so often he was missing wildly. Whereas Hatton's boxing was tight, it was accurate. The 11th round, I think maybe Branco really went for it, empty the tank a little bit. Hatton got his concentration back in the 12th and put the clincher on what I feel is an excellent night's work, and picking up the European title, we hope.
That's how Jim sees it by 7. I've got it round about the same way. Wide for Matthew Hatton. Most people at ringside in agreement too. And let's find out from Michael Pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 hard-fought rounds of boxing, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Alfredo Garcia Perez scores the contest 117 to 111. Judge Arno Pokran scores the contest 115 to 113. And Judge Roger Tillerman scores the contest 116 to 112. All 3 judges in favour of the winner by way of unanimous decision, and the new welterweight champion of Europe from Manchester, England, Matthew Hatton.
After a grueling decade in the sport, Matthew Hatton has his defining night, and the European title will join Ricky's world title in the Hatton household.
What a night for the Hatton family. We'll be talking to Matthew Hatton in a few moments' time. We'll get reaction from Johnny Nelson. We look ahead to David Haye's world heavyweight title defence next Saturday night. And up next, our second live fight of the evening, Anthony Small against Sam Webb. A genuine grudge match, a London derby for a British title. There's world welterweight title action in the early hours of Sunday, April the 11th. Andre Berto defends his WBC crown against Carlos Quintana. That's from 2:30 a.m. live from Sunrise, Florida on Sky Sports 1. Here, Matthew Hatton crowns a 10-year career by winning the European welterweight title. A classy display, a comfortable points win over Gianluca Branco. We can hear from him now, talking to Adam Smith.
Matthew Hatton, it's been a long, topsy-turvy road. How does it feel finally to become a European champion?
Feels fantastic. You know, I've had a lot of, a lot of bad luck in my career, and I always knew I was capable of this, and I always knew when I stepped up in class I'd perform better. And I can box better than that tonight, but, very pleased, be a world-class fighter there, and I'm over the moon.
Is it everything go according to plan, tactics-wise, to keep him at bay, pop the jab out and frustrate the old man?
That's right, yeah. I was outworking him, and I was boxing his ears off, really, to be honest. I switched off in a couple of rounds. I think that was when I was trying to sit, stand there and fight with him, and I was, when he was catching me, I was getting a bit frustrated and trying to load up a bit, because when I was boxing and moving, he didn't lay a glove on me.
Ricky Hatton, your brother was watching at ringside. How nervous were you, and how proud are you?
Oh, thank God that's over. My voice has gone. So proud, really. When you think, like Matthew early in his career, he lost a couple of 6-rounders, and he drew one, and then he lost on a disqualification. And I know for a fact he wanted to chuck the towel in a few years back. And I said, listen, you're going to be a late bloomer, you, Matthew. You've had no amateur experience, really. You stick at it. You're going to get your just rewards. And that's what he's done tonight. What a success story, because he's gone from being maybe just a 6-8 round type contender to being a European champion. And I'm so proud of him, I can't put it into words.
Now, Ricky, does it make you want to get back in the ring? There's been rumours flying around about you will, won't do. Just put it straight for us.
Well, oh God, well, it seems harder being on the outside of the ropes, to be perfectly honest with you. But no, I'll make me. There's been a lot of things said, in recent weeks, and I think I've worked very hard in my career, and I've earned the right to announce it myself, really. And I urge my fans who have been fantastic my whole career, just don't listen to people trying to make a name for themselves. Wait till you hear it from the horse's mouth, and I'll make me announce it soon. But I'll tell you what, this is all about his night now. What a success story, and I'm so proud of him. And a few nice little Guinness tonight on that, won't we, mate?
Absolutely. Well done tonight, Matthew. Thank you.